My reflections so far. Today I'm doing this Ravensburger 1000 piece puzzle. It's called Challenge Buttons. It is a Shutterstock image. It's supposed to be hard. Let's get going. With this one, I'm wondering how to approach it. So as I'm flipping these pieces, I don't know if I'm going to sort it into colours. I'm definitely pulling out the border pieces. I will do that first, but I haven't decided yet whether I want to sort all the pieces into colours, so do a full colour sort, or if I just kind of want to do it a little bit organically, spread everything out and then decide what to do once I've seen the full extent of the pieces and the colours. And this puzzle, it says it's a challenge puzzle. It's supposed to be hard. I don't want to make it harder on myself than I need to. I really like these vibrant pinks. Look at how bright that is. I want to get this puzzle done as part of the New Zealand Jigsaw Puzzle Association Summer Bingo competition. There is a category about a puzzle being a gradient or a rainbow. This will be my gradient puzzle for the Summer Bingo. And then once I've done it, I'm going to pass it on to Jennifer, who lives down the road from me. I got some puzzles from her a couple of weeks ago, and she told me she really enjoys gradient puzzles. So I figured this would be a good one for me to get done out of my stash and then pass on. Hopefully she'll like it. Hopefully I'll like it. Okay, 13 minutes, 27 seconds to sort. This is where we are at. I think what my strategy is going to be is build that border first, and then I might start with the yellows and the bright pinks because those colours really stand out to me. So I'm at the about roughly hour and a half mark. You'll see I've made some really good progress. I've got my border done and I've made all those yellow buttons and some of the pinks. These are just the remaining pink pieces to do. Once I've done the pinks, I think I will move on to the reds and try and finish out this whole central section before carrying on. It doesn't feel as challenging as I thought it would be. These buttons, quite a few of them have got good texture. And also with the yellow buttons, I don't know if you can see it clearly or not on the camera, but they are different colour. They're slightly different colour. So it was easier to pick out which pieces would go where. And it's the same with the pink. Slightly different colours and textures in there. So I'm now 2.5 hours in, maybe not quite as much progress as I had hoped, although you can see I am filling in this red section. I did make a bit of a mistake though. I brought too many of the red pieces in and had them all crowded in this section here, so I had to move some over here, which took a little bit of time. But now that I can see everything better, it is working. So I'll keep plugging away. Okay, so I'm back. Day 2 now on this puzzle, Challenge Buttons by Ravensburger, 1000 piece. Yesterday I had to stop at the about 3-hour mark because my battery on my camera went flat. Decided to take a break and just come back, day 2 to get that finished.
reflection so far on this puzzle is it's actually not as hard or as challenging as I thought it might be. I had been putting this one off for quite a little while because I thought it was going to be tough. But I'll be honest with you, it's actually not as hard as I thought.
You can see my setup here. I've got the puzzle image nice and close to me so I can look at it as I'm working. I normally put them a bit further away, but because this is so detailed, I thought I'll bring it in close next to me to make it easier. All these big yellow buttons done, they were really quite straightforward to do. Then I moved on to the pink buttons, which you can see the bulk of them are there. There's just a couple of gaps here where I think it's more lighter coloured buttons rather than pink and red. And then, so the plan for this morning, just to get this finished, so that's just showing you how many pieces are still left. I haven't counted them, but it's estimating I'm about halfway. So the plan of attack will be just looking at the puzzle image here. So as you can see, I've mostly done that section there with just a few small holes to go. Then there's these blue and a couple of purple buttons there, and then greeny brown ones here. I think what I might do is actually start with the blue, mainly because I do like blue as a colour, but I also think there's lots of different colour blues there which I'll be able to pull them out and make those quite straightforward. And then I will move on to this here, green, browns. Again, there's quite a few different shades in there, so I don't think it's going to be overly challenging, and I'm not going to be scratching my head and wanting to throw this out the window. But it will keep me entertained, probably for another 2 hours. Something I did wrong yesterday when I started this, and you would have seen on the time lapse, as I brought through the red button pieces, I put them all into this space here, but there were so many of them that they were overlapping and in the way, so I had to move some over to this side. Now the problem with that is that it did take me a bit longer to kind of shift the pieces, and then I was having to look in 2 different places for them. So for the blue and for the other side, for this green and brown side, I may resort to the use of portable puzzle trays, which I've just got one sitting here waiting. So this is just a foam board sheet. It's A4 size, and it's just really handy to kind of put your pieces on. It means that you can have them close to the part of the puzzle wherever you are building, and also means you can build things on them and then slide them off. So I've got 5 of these, and I've got 2 black ones as well that are actually A3 size, so the size double this. So I will be using those, I think, for the remainder of the puzzle, just because space is now getting to a premium and there isn't much room to kind of spread pieces out within the puzzle border itself, and I don't want to have all the pieces in the way so that I can't position them to the pieces where they go. Yay, I did it. Finally finished. It took 5 hours, 24 minutes. Slightly longer than I thought over the 5 hours, but it was a great puzzle. I really enjoyed it. I think my favourite things about this puzzle, all the different colours, the fact that the textures and colours are different, so you can easily put it together, and as you work your way through you feel like you're making progress as you see all the different colours and textures of the buttons starting to show through. There's so many ways you could do this puzzle. You could start out by sorting, do a rainbow colour sort. You could just do what I did, which was just flip everything over and then make a start in a particular section. You could, if you were brave, do a pick and place. I think it might be possible. It would be tricky. I think it might take longer, but it's still possible if you are really good at spotting details in the puzzle image. As usual, this Ravensburger puzzle, great quality. I did get this second hand from an op shop. I think it was a really good purchase. All the pieces are there, they're all in really good condition. There's very little puzzle dust, so someone has already taken one for the team and obviously swept that out when they did the puzzle for the first time. As far as the challenge goes, if I had to rate this out of 10 for a challenge, I would only put this at a 6. It wasn't as challenging as it looked like it was going to be, or I thought it was going to be. So the fact that it sat in my to-do pile for a whole year, intimidating me because it looked scary, I'm a little bit embarrassed by that. It really wasn't a tough one at all. Overall, really enjoyed this puzzle. Really happy I've done it. I hope you enjoyed watching the time lapse of me doing it, and I'll see you in the next video.